on this episode of the VR4.
Mitsu Gang?
What's going on, guys? So, first off, let me say, I hope that everybody had a good Christmas and got everything that they wanted. And on that note, I am going to be basically updating you guys on the projects that I have going into 2022. Stuff with the VR4, the Black Raven, stuff with the Fire Flame Eagle Talon, Leo the Legend, and the Tan Eclipse, which I still have to find a name for Kai. I'm just going to explain some things, and then I'm going to show you guys some new stuff as well. So for the 3000, no, actually, I'm going to start off with the Eagle Talon. So the Eagle Talon has been running fine. We replaced the battery and everything. Everything seems to be running good. I was able to drive it on the freeway. I am able to drive it on the freeway, no problem. As far as runnability and everything, the car's running great. The things that I'm wanting to do with are, I'm wanting to take the motor out and redo the whole motor. I'm going to turbo the motor. As well, I have to upgrade the speakers into the car because the double din that we put in there, there's no sound coming from it at all, or it cuts in and cuts out, so I have to figure out that issue. As far as anything else besides turboing it, putting an intercooler on there, and doing the wiring for the speakers, only thing really else that I want to do is paint it, and that'll probably be it. There's not really a lot that I wanted to do to Royal's Fire Flame Eagle Talon. As long as it's running, it's boosted, and it looks good, that's about as much as I want for him and his car. Now, moving on to Eston's VR4. So, Eston, your VR4 was basically done. Me and your dad and his friend has been working on it non-stop, trying to figure out itty bits of pieces of what the issues were from mechanic shops, working on there, then doing whatever they're doing and not really explaining what exactly they're doing to your car. So from all that, we've got it to a state where I was driving it. I took your brother out on a drive. I was going to take it on a tune, but that tune only had a rear wheel drive dyno, which I'll probably put in right now. So guys, that tune shop was not set up for all-wheel drive tuning. So it's looking like I'm going to have to go to California or Arizona or something on my journeys with this car when it leaves, to try to find a good tuning spot to be able to tune this car with the all-wheel drive turbo car. Well, the turbo doesn't really matter, with the all-wheel drive car. The Talon, the Eclipse, I'll be able to take it there and it'll be no problem. So I'm just waiting for, well, actually, he said I can bring my OBD2 converter thing over here and he can hook it up, but that's about as best he can do for that. There may be another one or two other places that I can try, because there's all-wheel drive platforms all over the place. So, I mean, there's Hondas now that have all-wheel drive platforms, and oh, look, it's an Eclipse. See? You see it? Anyway, so to conclude, I'm probably not going to waste my time to come back here, or actually I'm probably going to utilize this place because it's somewhat local, and take Royal's car here and Kai's car there, just to get that place. If I take it there, I'm going to take Kai's car there first, and just get a diagnosis on what's all going on in it, as well as Royal's car when we figure out some other issues with it. So I guess that'll conclude going to try to go get my car tuned, and we gotta look for something either south or a little bit north, like the guy said. But from that, wasted time of going down to the dyno, which has only had a rear-wheel drive dyno. I took it for a drive. The next morning, there started to be blue smoke coming out of the tailpipes. So that was like, now I gotta do more stuff and blah blah blah. We're thinking that there is a turbo seal that is leaking, because when we turn the car on in the engine bay during towards the rear of the turbo manifold, there's smoke coming from that area. Not necessarily really anything else. We're thinking that oil is dripping onto the exhaust pipe or onto the turbo manifold, which is dripping onto the exhaust, which is coming out of the exhaust pipe, and it's blue. I did some research online on the forums, and that's what it seems like they were saying as well, other than a head gasket, which some other people were saying as well. Immediately, that's what we thought it was, but doing more looking and all that stuff, it's seeming like there's oil seal leak coming from the rear turbo area. So right now, it's been sitting. I'll probably show you guys that too. It's been sitting. This Washington weather right now it's been snowing non-stop, and the VR4 has just been sitting outside. For Christmas, I invested and I got an outside tent, which I'll let you guys see as well. And now the tent is great. It covers up a pretty good amount of space. It's a 10 by 17, which is enough room to be able to fit the car in, even if we have to have the accent of the car out a little bit. But we are in the process of making a waste oil heater for the tent, so we can be warm, and I can be out in the tent at night working on the car, no problem, and not have to worry about it being too cold to do this and do that. So as far as the VR4 is concerned, basically right now I've got to get it into the tent, and we got to start doing some investigation on if we need to just take the whole motor out, if we just need to take the rear turbo off, or we need to take the head off. If we need to take either the head off, or if we can't access the turbo in the rear just by unbolting it, then we're most likely just going to take out the whole motor so we can have full access to the whole thing. We can change the turbo, because I have a set of other turbos that I got from my other guy. We can put that on there, and I can fix the issue, put it back in the car, and the car should be running no problem. And then we can move on to getting this car out of my face, either towards the end of January or in February, because I have to wait for this snow to melt down before I want to take a trip. I don't want to be sliding off no mountain or nothing. So that's as much as about what I have planned for the VR4 within these next couple weeks. Now, as far as Kai's 90 Eclipse, the tan Eclipse. The tan Eclipse has been, ever since I got the tan Eclipse has been driving phenomenally. No issues at all. Having to keep maintenance on the oil changes, big deal. But it's been driving, it was driving no problem. I parked it behind the tent because I wanted to focus on getting the VR4 and getting the VR4 done and out of my face, as well working on some other projects. The tan Eclipse is going to be next after I work on Eston's VR4. For his tan Eclipse, there's not really a lot I need to do for that one either. It's already turboed. I'm probably going to want to upgrade, put a blow-off valve in there because there's no blow-off valve in there right now. Put an intercooler on there because there's no intercooler on there. upgrade the CD player to the double din like I have in all my other kids' car. And I think the last thing I need to do to it, fix the hatch, because there's a bolt that needs to be attached to the back of the hatch on the right hand side. And I think the last thing I want to do to it is paint it. Switch the radiator hoses and all that stuff to the orange color, which is going to be the theme around his car. And yeah, probably put some seats in there, or dye the seats black because I like black, and black and tan because the inside of the car is tan. I think that would be a good little offset color. The roof is tan, but the seats, the rug, and all the stuff inside is tan. So I think having black seats with the black top would be a good kind of like off match kind of thing. As well, having a black strip outside with the orange car, I think that would look great as well with it lowered. So Kai's car, I'll be able to drive it for the most part while I'm fixing it up and everything. Besides, Royal's car or Essence car, because I had to really dig deep into that car. That car I won't really have to really dig deep because I know it's running. The only thing that I really want to do is I don't even really want to. I can take the motor out and paint the engine bay, but I'm just gonna paint the engine bay black because the rest of the car is gonna be orange. So, other than that, those are the plans for those three DSMs that I have, or those three Mitsubishi cars that I have for my kids. And I also wanted to introduce you guys to another project that I've been working on for about the greater of all of 2021 that I've been keeping from you guys, because I've been working on the motor and trying to get it done. This is the first time I've ever put a motor together, and it's challenging, but I think I was able to figure it out, and with some help of Legion Elite Motorsports, which is on YouTube. I want to shout out to him. He's been helping me out, doing some phone call, text message. Hey, does this bolt go here? This is the right size. No, this doesn't go here. Oh no, you need to get a different one because that's the wrong one. He's definitely the guy to go to as far as what car I'm talking about. And if you watch his videos, you probably know what car I'm talking about. So this video is about almost 11 minutes now, so I'm going to pull the VR4 in and have you guys see how bad it's smoking. I'll have you guys see the tent that I installed for my Christmas present, and I'll have you see the new Mitsubishi that is coming in 2020. And I'm very hoping that you guys like it, because I like it very much. Hope you guys like.
Tune in next time on the VR4. On the next episode of the VR4.
Mitsu Gang?